each other's back.
All right, our thanks to Coach Harbaugh and to Jim Hill. All right, to next weather now. Meteorologist Dani Ruberti not only monitoring the winds, but what's in store for us as we get closer to the weekend, Dani.
Yeah, exactly, because we're laser focused right now on that window when we are going to get a break from the winds. Right now, that's not the case. We saw it out there a little bit earlier today, actually early in the morning hours into kind of late morning. We got a break from the intense winds that we had been seeing, and that is a huge help. Now, what we're monitoring tonight, yes, we've got another bump in the winds, but let me tell you, it's not going to be like Tuesday night when we were seeing that window of the peak winds. But still, this is enough to keep us on high alert. We're still dealing with the red flag warnings. We've got high wind warnings in effect. And actually going into tonight, the focus for some of these stronger winds, it's actually going to be now shifted to San Bernardino County and also Orange County. We'll see some gusty winds picking up tonight into early tomorrow morning. But I've got to say, this is more of a traditional Santa Ana wind event. So the San Gabriel Valley is not going to be getting in on this. But still, we're going to be getting those gusty winds anywhere from about 40 to 50 miles per hour, with some gusts mainly up in the mountains nearing 60 and 70 miles per hour. So let's take a look at current conditions, and we're going to walk you through what's next to make sure that you and your family feel prepared going into the next couple of days, because I've got my eyes on that window when we get a break. So here's a look at our current wind gusts. Simi Valley, 26 miles per hour. Santa Clarita, 32 miles per hour right now. So you can see that this is stronger than what we were seeing last night. Up through Wrightwood, 20 miles per hour. And take a look right here, just to the west of San Bernardino, areas like Claremont. We're starting to see those winds funneling down, and they're starting to strengthen just a bit as well. So let's talk about what's going on with the Kenneth fire right now. I'm keeping a close eye on those current conditions. We're not looking at incredibly strong winds, gusts between 15 to 25 miles per hour. Of course, up through the higher terrain, that's where we start to see some of those stronger winds, those localized gusts. But even with gusts between 15 to 25 miles per hour, I mean, it doesn't take a lot to spread these embers quickly and unpredictably. And really what we've seen over the past couple of days, these winds have been so erratic. And that's what we're seeing again right now. And I think what the big concern is, what it all comes down to, is how terribly dry everything is right now. We haven't had any good rain. And so that's what's kind of amplifying this fire danger for us every time we see these winds picking up, and what makes it hard to keep up with some of these fires. So here's this fire gust between 15 to 25 miles per hour. Of course, we've got the Santa Ana winds and also the difficult terrain right now. So our firefighters, they are out there. They are working hard. We have 24 more hours of this red flag warning in effect. So let's talk about what's next. Right now, until around 4 o'clock in the morning, this is when winds are expected to increase. But I do want to mention, nothing like the other night when we were seeing gusts around 80 to 90 miles per hour. And it's not going to be as widespread. It's focused on those windy corridors that we see when we're dealing with the Santa Ana winds. The strongest winds this evening actually going to be in the Inland Empire and Orange County. But right now, we're really seeing it through the Santa Clarita Valley. That's also going to be a big focus going into tonight. Now, wind or not, fire danger is going to stay elevated until we get a good soaking rain here in Southern California. Typically at this point, we've seen enough rain to mitigate this fire danger. We haven't yet. So that's what we're hoping for, and that's what we need. Is we need a storm to make its way into Southern California and bring us that rain. Until then, we're dealing with the elevated fire danger, but the high alert, the red flag warning, this guy is in effect until Friday evening. That's because we still have gusty winds out there, and things are so incredibly dry. And we're not just talking, I mean, that dry vegetation. Of course, that is a huge factor in this, but it's how dry things are when these Santa Ana winds funnel down. It dries things out. That's what's leading to the high fire danger. This includes our mountain communities. We will continue to see that high fire danger in Altadena, where we have the Eaton fire burning. That's also the case in Calabasas, Woodland Hills. You can see that through Pacific Palisades, right there along the Malibu coast. This is where we are on high alert for fire danger over the next 24 hours. But at least we see, I mean, I know this got extended. That was the big news today. But that there's light at the end of the tunnel. We just need to get a break from the fire danger, even though it will remain elevated until we get that rain, but a break from the winds. I mean, that's going to be the big story. So we got to talk about the winds, because I see a window out there. Tonight, though, that's not the case. The focus for the strongest winds, inland Orange County, Inland Empire, all of our mountain communities. Valleys are going to see gusts between 45 to 60 miles per hour. Mountains potentially seeing 55 to 75 mile per hour gusts. The Santa Clarita Valley's included in this, and also the Malibu coast. So over the next 24 hours, let's talk window of when things are going to start to die down a little bit. So Thousand Oaks, really starting at 8 o'clock to around 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. We're looking at gusts at around 35 miles per hour, and then look at how they gradually die down all the way going into the afternoon. Typically, when we're dealing with a Santa Ana wind event like this, we normally see these winds picking up at night into the early morning hours. The afternoon gets here, and that's when those winds will die down. That's what we're going to see going into tomorrow. So let's talk timing. I want to talk about that window and let you know when we're going to get a break from some of these kind of extreme conditions that we've been seeing, because it has been days of this. This is a look at 9 o'clock. I'm going to walk you through hour by hour in your neighborhood what we're expecting to see. Very similar to right now. Winds are going to increase a little bit, and you can see the bullseye. It's going to be Thousand Oaks. You've got some gusty winds there. Simi Valley, Agora Hills, Calabasas. We are going to continue to see these offshore winds going into tonight, right where the Kenneth fire is burning. That's what's making things very difficult in terms of getting this under control right now. Santa Clarita, and then especially up through the San Gabriel Mountains, those purples right there indicating gusts between 50 to 60 miles per hour. Over towards the Inland Empire, Inland Orange County, this is going to be stretching really from areas like Silverado Canyon over towards Foothill Ranch, Irvine, right there along the 5, Costa Mesa, right there towards Lido. Crystal Cove is going to be getting in on some of that as well. Let me zip you out. We're going to zoom things out and fast forward by hours. So this is a look at in the middle of the night, still windy at this point, those exact same areas. You can see it's not going to spread. It's just going to be in those windy corridors. This is a look at Friday morning, and you can see it's not as strong as what we're going to see over the next 5 hours. So winds are going to die down going into tomorrow morning, and then especially tomorrow afternoon. And then once we get to Saturday, we're going to get a break from the winds. They're going to be much lighter, and the focus for the lighter winds, it's really going to be Friday afternoon, Friday night, going into Saturday. And actually, I want to say some of our valleys on Saturday even going to get a little bit of that sea breeze. I mean, we're still really going to be in this offshore pattern, but anything we can get, that is going to help out with the firefight. So a little bit of that sea breeze is going to help out once we get to Saturday. And then Saturday night, another round of winds moving in. I'll show you that in just a little bit. This has been the other big story. It's been the air quality. I mean, we all notice it outside. You can smell it out there. I mean, you don't really want to spend that much time out there because the smoke has been so thick, and it's been getting funneled from these fires all over LA County. I mean, even if you are not being affected by the fires, some way, somehow you're being impacted in LA County because we're seeing this thick smoke, and it's really kind of tough to be outside at times like this. Right now, this air quality alert, I'm checking on this right now because it has constantly been extended. It looks like National Weather Service, yes, has extended this air quality alert until 5 o'clock Friday evening. And this is a wood burning alert for Thursday and Friday. We've got this wildfire smoke out there in LA County. That is the focus of it. And this is what makes it a little bit dangerous outside. The air quality alert is in place for the Inland Empire in Orange County. I want to tell you, though, I was driving from Orange County up into LA County today. Orange County, things seem fine, and all of a sudden you get into LA County driving along the 5 and you just notice that smoke out there. It's thick, and this is not the kind of conditions that you want to be outside in. The worst of it right now is through Los Angeles, Santa Monica, Culver City. We've got that along the 10 and the 110 from Culver City, making your way towards the 101, Pasadena, Glendale, also seeing that through Alhambra. Pasadena, of course, is seeing that thicker smoke, and then West Covina into Glendora. That's where we've got the air quality alerts that are in place. I want to talk about the Santa Ana winds for a minute. I mean, we see this year after year. We get the Santa Ana winds. But this one that we saw, it was particularly strong for us. This is going to do a good job of breaking down for you what we're seeing out there. When we get these Santa Anas, this is the pattern. So we have this really strong ridge that's over the ocean just to the west of us. And then on the other side of us, we have this strong low to our east. And both of these systems over the last week, they have been incredibly strong, and that's what's enhanced these winds. So what happens is that we're starting to see these winds hit a wall. It's the Sierra Nevada, and then all of this energy in the winds, it gets squeezed, and it starts to move quicker and quicker. With us here in Southern California being the bullseye for it, the winds will start to find openings, and as they do so, they start to enhance, they start to go down through canyons, and that's why they start to ramp up and move through so very quickly. And that's also what warms us up. We felt it out there today. Tomorrow, though, we're going to see temperatures not quite as warm. We'll see upper 60s in Burbank, Pasadena, 70 in downtown Los Angeles, upper 60s over in San Bernardino. I want to show you the next 7 days because I'm tracking two more opportunities for wind. Unfortunately, I wish I could say that we were going to see rain. That's not the case right now. I'll keep a close eye on any kind of inkling of that. But you can see over the next 7 days, 60s this weekend through Los Angeles and Orange counties, and then we'll stay right there into early next week. Now, for the wind-prone areas of our valleys, we're going to see a bump in winds Saturday night into Sunday, and then we're going to see another Santa Ana wind event Tuesday night into Wednesday. We're going to be monitoring this one very closely. This could potentially be another strong Santa Ana wind event. And I don't want to scare you. This is not going to be anything like what we just saw, but it is something that's going to keep us on high alert into early next week. And we want to make sure that you feel prepared because we are going to see more of those winds. Tuesday night into Wednesday, we will be with you every step of the way with that one. Inland Empire, we're going to get a break from the winds. Friday, Saturday, a little bit windy Saturday into Sunday, and you can see those temperatures hovering in the 60s. More Santa Ana winds next week, while we're going to keep a very close eye on the current wind gusts, where we're seeing the strongest winds, and we'll keep you updated with how things are changing over the next hour.
We'll be checking back with you real soon. Dani, thank you. And now to breaking